I'm talking to the people who want to stop having to ask permission to take time off of work. I'm talking to the people who want to have unlimited PTO because you have learned how to make money for yourself no matter where you are. I'm talking to the people who want to learn how to make money in their sleep. I'm talking to the people who are tired of depending on one stream of income. I'm talking to the people who want to diversify their income. I'm talking about multiple income streams. I'm talking about not having to trade your time for money all the time. I'm talking about being able to wake up and see that you made $100 while you were asleep. I'm talking about making an extra $1,000 a month, $1,000 a week, $1,000 a day for those of y'all who are about that life, okay? Drop the words yes in the comments if you feel like I'm already talking to you, because I really want to make it clear, y'all, the life that I live, the things that I do, it's not for everybody. And I think some of these people on these apps, they make these videos like, oh, all you gotta do is go in Canva and create this, and then now I make $10,000 a day, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, there is no all you gotta do, okay? It takes work. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it takes work. If you don't wanna put in the work, cool, that's not the life for you, but I'm talking to the people who understand. I'm talking to the people who understand the importance of choosing your hard. You can choose the hard of continuing to go to a job that you can't stand. You can choose the hard of continuing to go to a job that does not pay you what you are worth. You can continue to choose the hard of staying at a job where you only get to be off for a certain amount of days a week, where you are afraid to take off because you are sick. Or you can choose the hard of learning how to make money online. Hello, your mom. You can choose your hard, y'all, okay? Everybody, hi, Kaden. Everybody is constantly talking about all the things that we want to do. Child, I'm not saying that what you want doesn't matter, but what you want is nothing compared to what you're actually willing to do to make it happen. So this is what I want to talk about today, what you're actually willing to do to make it happen, okay? Drop the words yes in the comments if you know what a digital product is. Drop the words not yet if you have never heard of a digital product. Oh, let me also give a little introduction. Damn, I just went straight into it, didn't I? Welcome, y'all. If you're new here, drop a number 1 for me in the comments. If you're new, welcome, welcome. My name is Bianca, and last year, my husband and I left the United States to live abroad as digital nomads. So a digital nomad is somebody who works and travel. That's like the simplest way to put it. Like, we make money digitally, which means that we can work from anywhere. So we travel around. So we've actually been in 10 different countries since last year. Last year, we got on a one-way flight to Brazil, February 4th, 2024. And then we also went to Spain, Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, China, Indonesia, Panama, Colombia, Mexico. Okay, we've been around the block. We've been around the block, and everybody is asking, how do you afford this? How can y'all afford this? What do you do so that you're able to do this? And I tell people over and over and over again, I have learned how to make money for myself, so that I don't have to depend on a job for money. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not telling you you're a bad person if you have a job. I'm telling you that there are so many ways for you to make money outside of a job, okay? You can start it off as a side hustle. If you like your job, whatever, keep your job. But you need to have more than one stream of income. It's 2025, okay? It's 2025. Inflation is outrageous. People are out here being laid off from jobs that they've been at for decades, thinking they got job security. You ain't got no job security. There is no such thing as job security, because the moment it becomes more convenient for that company, brand, organization, business, the moment it becomes more convenient for you to be gone, you're gone. They don't care. They don't care how long you've been there, because at the end of the day, they are there to run a business. So they're going to do what's best for their business. So the question is, when are you going to start doing what's best for you? By diversifying your income, by learning how to make money for yourself. Imagine you don't give a damn that you had a PTO days, because you got money coming in from your business. You're going to start taking quarterly, at least, international trips, no matter how many PTO days you have, because now you have learned how to make money while you're traveling. Imagine you want to live outside of the United States. You're trying to be living your best life in Portugal or Mexico or Thailand or Netherlands, wherever it is. And now you're not in another country worried about how you're going to have income coming in, because you have learned how to make money for yourself. And because you're making money for yourself, that means you have more of your time freedom. Y'all, one of the main reasons people want to move abroad is to get out of the rat race, so that people can actually start living life instead of constantly being in survival mode, okay? I'm talking to the people who want to get out of survival mode. Put a yes in the comments if you are tired of living in survival mode and you want to experience a slower life. I'm about to tell y'all a quick story. So, and I'm gonna make a video about this too, but you're gonna hear it first. So no, this was Saturday. This was Saturday. So 3 days ago. So they have this thing here in Colombia. I'm in Colombia, by the way. They have this thing in Colombia called like Love and Friendship Month, and then they also have it for like one. So it's like for the entire month of September, but they also have like the day. It's kind of similar to Valentine's Day, but it's not just about like it's not just about like being in a relationship, right? Like it's also it's friendship and love. So I went to this event. Hello, Pure Life. I went to this event where I signed up for a gift exchange because I've really been trying to get out of my comfort zone and meet more locals, right? Whether they are local Colombians, whether they are locals from, other countries. I've really been trying to be more intentional and been trying to hold myself accountable to meeting more people. So I signed up for this thing where I buy a gift for a person that I do not know, and I go to this gift exchange. So I went to the gift exchange on Saturday, and I think there were like 14 of us, maybe like 14, 15 of us. So, we'd exchanged our gifts, and at this point we're kind of just like talking and like getting to know people. And I'm talking to this Colombian guy who he's born and raised here in Medellin, and he was asking me about like my travels and, why Colombia, blah, blah, blah. And so I asked him, I was like, cause mind you, he works for a US company. Do you guys know OfferUp? Like the app where like you like buy and sell and trade or whatever. He actually works for that company. So he works for a US company. And I asked him, I was like, cause his English is like, it's so good. And he was telling me that, like he works with a lot of US Americans. So I was like, what is your impression of Americans? Thank you, Kaden. I was like, what is your impression of people from the US? And thank you so much, Kaden. I appreciate you. Y'all, the first thing that he said, can anybody guess in the comments? I said, what is your impression of people from the United States? What do you think of Americans? Guess in the comments what you think he said. I want to know. I want to know what y'all think people outside of the United States think about Americans. And this is obviously, this is not for all people, but just put in the comments and let me know. Just guess what you think. Anything that you think came to mind for him. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Why y'all not talking today? Why y'all being so quiet? Y'all at work? Because it's Monday. Y'all not talking back to me today? After all I do to get up here and talk to this phone, and y'all can't even drop a comment for me, that's crazy. That is crazy. Horrendous. Oh my God. Okay, no, it was nothing. It was nothing that bad. It wasn't. Okay, it said, I'm just waking up. Y'all, he probably said lazy. What he said, okay, upset about DT, spoiled. Y'all, listen, all of these things, I would not be surprised if people were saying or thinking these things. But to be honest, y'all, I've asked in multiple countries what people think of people from the US. You'd be surprised. Like most people actually don't say a lot of negative things. Now, some people do, but a lot of people actually don't. Because at the end of the day, everywhere you go, there are assholes. Everywhere you go, there are kind people. And like as a whole, does the US have a great reputation? No, they don't. But I'm gonna tell you what we do have a reputation for. This man said, and literally before, y'all, he was so kind. He basically was like, oh, I don't want to offend. I was like, you're not going to offend me. I was like, you can tell me anything. I was like, I genuinely want to know. You are not going to offend me. I want to know, what do you think of people from the United States? And he said, y'all are so serious about work. And I was like, yeah, that's solid. That is pretty solid. Drop the words yes in the comments if one of the reasons you want to move abroad is to live a slower life and get out of the rat race. So basically he was saying how like all we care about is work, and how there's so much more to life than just working. Y'all, this man literally said he was like he will try to start a conversation with someone from the US about something that's not work. And basically he says it's so hard because people always end up talking about work. This is one of the things that I've talked about on my page. Y'all, one of the things I love about living abroad, when I meet people outside of the United States, and mind you, Mind you, I'm talking about people who are not American, people who are not from the United States, and I'm also talking about people who are from the United States. Y'all keep in mind, where I'm at here in Medellin, Colombia, there's a lot of black people from the U.S. out here. There are a lot of us here from the United States, and I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, I have hung out with a lot of people. I have met a ton of people. I've been in 10 different countries since last year. I've talked to expats, I've talked to locals, I have talked to digital nomads. Y'all, I'm telling you, across the board, people outside of the United States, in most countries, not all countries, they do not care what you do. People ask me about who I am. Where are you from? Where have you traveled? What do you love about this country? Where do you want to go next? What are your dreams? What are your fears? Tell me about how you and your husband met. People ask me about me. People ask me about who I am as a person. What I do is almost always an afterthought. But when I talk to people in the U.S., y'all, even family. Bianca, how do you and Mel afford to do all of that? What are y'all doing for work? We are so obsessed with work. We are so obsessed with money. We are so obsessed with labels and titles and being successful that we're literally missing out on life. This is one of the main reasons so many people want to leave the United States. It's one of the main reasons I want to leave the United States. Drop the word yes in the comments if you're willing to admit you a little bit of a workaholic. Let me put my own yes in the comments. Thank you, Nalaya. Thank you. Y'all, put a yes in the comments. Put a yes in the comments. If you got the workaholic tendencies, it is literally one of the reasons I decided to leave the U.S. because I was like, what the fuck? Y'all, me and Mel is my husband, we were working every single day. Every day. Monday through Sunday, Sunday through Saturday, we were working. And we were just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then if we weren't working, we were so mentally exhausted from working and thinking about working that all we wanted to do was lay around and watch TV. Do y'all ever realize? I want y'all to start paying attention. I'm going to give y'all a mindset shift. I want y'all to start paying attention to the conversations you have in the U.S. I want you to start talking about things that are bigger than us. I want you to start talking about things like travel, things like spirituality, things like personal growth, professional growth, and watch how uncomfortable people get. Watch how people don't have much to say. Oh yeah, the comments are always about struggle. Ooh, come on, the trauma bonding. Y'all, I'm willing to bet 80% of the posts that you send, the posts that you find so relatable that we laugh at, we are trauma bonding. We're all talking about how we hate our jobs. We're all talking about how eggs are too expensive. We're all reminiscing about the fact when you could go to the movies for $5. All we do is trauma bond. Y'all, that's not supposed to be normal. Meanwhile, those who want to thrive and leave are called cray cray. Exactly, y'all. These things are not supposed to be normal. But guess what? Ask somebody what they're binging on Netflix. Ask somebody what they thought about the last season of Love is Blind. Ask somebody if they're watching Love Island. Everybody is ready to talk about what they're binging, but nobody is willing to talk about what they're actually doing to live a better life. Nobody wants to talk about their mental health. Nobody wants to talk about their happiness. Nobody wants to talk about how they're so sick of looking themselves in the mirror and seeing somebody who they know damn well is not living up to their potential. Come on, we're numbing out. Sarah, you picking up what I'm putting down. Y'all, it's not supposed to be normal. It is not supposed to be normal. This is one of the biggest lessons I have learned from living abroad is that the U.S. made me think so many things were normal. And then I started traveling. Y'all, I'm just sitting outside in the fucking grass in a park looking around at all these Colombians. This is one thing I love about being in Medellin, y'all. People are outside. And I don't mean just outside going to brunch so you can have your bottomless mimosas that make you temporarily forget about how you don't like your fucking life. I'm talking about people are outside enjoying nature. Y'all, people are in the mall sitting down on the floor with their friends talking. People are out walking their dogs for hours. Y'all, there's little y'all know like convenience stores, gas stations. Y'all, I'm not even kidding. Outside of I gotta walk around here and show y'all. Outside of the convenience stores around here, there are chairs and tables. There's always somewhere to just sit outside and just be and talk to your people and not be obsessed with work. Y'all, Put a number 1 in the comments if you are tired of feeling like you live in the Matrix. Put a number 1 in the comments if you have found yourself asking, is this all there is to life? Put a number 1 in the comments if sometimes you feel like your life is literally on autopilot. And sometimes you wonder, am I really just going to work, pay bills, and then expire? Put a number 1 in the comments if sometimes you think like, damn, do I not have a purpose? Am I not meant for more? Put a number 1 in the comments if sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it is hard for you to look yourself in the mirror because you know that you deserve better. You know that you are worthy of more and that you just have not been taking the action to make it happen. Y'all, there is no judgment because I was literally where you are. I tell people all the time, number 1, this is why I go live. I go live so that you can see me, you can hear me. I don't care about, the content on my page, that's cool, but I go live because I want y'all to know I am a real person. I'm a regular girl from North Carolina who grew up black and broke, lower middle class, not knowing anything about the things you see me doing today. I didn't know anything about what was a passport. Y'all, I didn't know anybody. I need y'all to listen. I did not know one person who had a passport when I was growing up. It wasn't even something in my fucking realm because we didn't have money. We didn't have the mindset. We didn't know. I was lying about having cable because my parents couldn't afford it. Like, what are we talking about here? Y'all, your current circumstances do not define what is possible for you. Do not look at the person you see today and forget there are years that have gone into the person you see today. Yes, now I live abroad. Now I've traveled to 24 different countries. Now I have 10 streams of income that I can earn from anywhere in the world. But I did not start off this way. I started off as a regular girl who didn't know anything about the things that you see me doing today. But I was willing to get out of my comfort zone and try. Y'all always in my DMs, in my comments, in my lives. How are you making money? How are you doing it? And then I tell you, but you don't do nothing about it. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm telling you the answers. Bianca, how do you make money? I sell digital products. I do affiliate marketing. I have books published on Amazon. I do cashback apps. I have a podcast. I tell you how I make money. And you smile and nod and then you don't do shit about it. And then you look up and another 3 weeks, another 3 months, another 3 years have passed and you're still living the same life, wondering why nothing has changed because you haven't changed. Your behavior hasn't changed. Your conversations haven't changed. Your circle hasn't changed. That's why nothing in your life is changing. How the hell are you out here doing all the same shit and expecting something different to happen? How? Enlighten me. I had to get fed up with my own bullshit for my life to change. I'm going to say that one more time. I had to get fed up with my own bullshit for my life to change. I had to stop blaming other people. I had to stop pointing fingers. Oh my God, y'all. I had all the excuses. I call them sexy excuses. You know the excuses that sound really good and they sound so justifiable that you want to tell everybody? You want to tell everybody why you still haven't started a business. You want to tell everybody why you still haven't moved abroad, why you're still at that job that you said you were going to quit 3 fucking years ago. You have all the excuses. I had them too. And then one day I was like, enough is enough. One day I was like, enough is enough. In 2019, I signed up to travel with a company 4 months in 4 different countries. That was the first time I ever lived abroad. This was in 2019. Y'all, I had the one-on-one call with these people. I didn't even have a job. I just been fired. I was fired from Cisco. I told you I'm raw with y'all. I don't give a damn. Judge me. I was fired from Cisco. I ain't had no job. And they told me about that program and I was like, I'm doing this. I said, I don't know how I'm gonna make it happen, but I'm gonna do it. And I made it happen. And I lived abroad for 4 months in 2019 and that opened my eyes to things I never could have imagined. Y'all, I don't care what you see in the content. I don't care what you hear me say out of my mouth. None of this compares to how you feel when you get in your new country. None of this compares to actually living abroad and getting out of the rat race and realizing this level of peace that you didn't even know you needed. actually understanding what it means to have a slow life. Being in a country, a culture, a community where people care more about the people instead of the profits. Where you can easily support locals, support local businesses, small businesses that you don't feel like you can't afford to shop outside of the companies that are already rich. Y'all, I can tell you these things, but it's a completely different thing whenever you go to experience it for yourself. These are things you need to experience for yourself. Digital products, one of the main reasons why I love digital products is because, y'all, you can make the product one time and then you just resell it. Y'all, can we work smarter and not harder in 2025? Why are we so determined to keep working so hard? Listen, my ancestors broke their motherfucking backs, okay? So that I could do the things that I'm doing today. Some of y'all are not out here on the same shit that I'm on, and that's okay. But I need y'all to understand, I'm here to break generational curses. I'm here to lead by example. I'm here to be the first person in my motherfucking bloodline leaving a legacy. I'm doing it differently because I've already seen the other life. I've already seen that fake ass American dream. And if some of y'all still want that, cool. I'm not going to try to take it from you. I'm here to talk to the people who feel called to this life. I'm not talking to everybody. I am never talking to everybody. Don't get it confused because I'm on live. Some of y'all go casually dip up out of here right now, and that is fine. You should. Because if what I'm saying doesn't hit you in the spirit, leave. Because I'm not talking to everybody. I am talking to the people who feel it in their spirit to experience life outside of the United States. I'm talking to the people who know that they are more than a job. I'm talking to the people who are tired of just over broke. I'm talking to the people who are willing to invest the time, the energy, the money, whatever it takes, because it's your life. It's your life. You only doing this one time and you're not getting out alive. So why do you keep playing with your potential? We about to be in October. 2025 is like sliding right on by. There is still so much time to have a beautiful transformation in your life if you're willing to stop allowing your excuses, to stop allowing self-sabotage, stop allowing what these other people who don't even matter are saying. Y'all worried about other people's opinions. Why? Why are you worried about other people's opinions? It doesn't matter. Do y'all have any idea how many opinions? Do y'all have any idea how many opinions I hear every day about who I am and what I do and why I'm wrong and why I shouldn't do this and blah, blah, blah. You think I care? No. Because guess what? Y'all, the people who are hating, the people who are throwing y'all shade, do y'all ever realize they're never doing better than you? You realize that, right? The people who are talking all the shit are the people who are too scared to go after their own dreams. Once that really sinks in, you kind of just start to feel sorry for those people and you just kind of nod and smile like, yeah, okay. And then you just keep living your life because you realize nobody out there that's better than you is going to try to talk you down from living your best life. These people who are telling you the travel is dangerous, they don't even have a passport. These people who are like, why would you want to live abroad? You don't know this, you don't know that. They still live in the same town I grew up in. Why are you even wasting your time, energy, breath? Why are you wasting anything listening to them? Y'all. I didn't even know I had that word in me this morning, but apparently I did. Thank y'all for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the hearts, the gifts, all of it. I know I missed some comments. If you ask me a question and I missed it, please just ask me again. Drop the word ready in the comments if you're ready for step number 1 to build your digital product business, okay? Y'all, I'm talking to the people who want to learn how to start making money with digital products, okay? I love you. If that's not you, you can leave the live, okay? I'm talking to the people who want to learn how to create money from digital products. I hear this. I'm a POC. They did it when I moved out of our small town. I get it, y'all. I grew up in a town and it has a Chipotle now, but it didn't even have a Chipotle when I was there. Okay? Didn't even, like, it was just, yeah, we had one Target. Every time I go back there, I'm just like, I'm so glad I left. I am so glad I left. No, I am not going to Russell Brunson's challenge. All right, I see the ready. I see the number 1s in the comments. So let's get it. So step number 1, have your pen and your paper out, y'all. I'm talking to the people who want to learn today. The first step to starting your digital product business is to choose your niche, okay? And if this is something you've heard in the past and you rolled your eyes, I want you to know I am you. I am you. I used to want to slap the shit out of people who would tell me you need to pick a niche. I would be like, shut up. Shut up. I got so sick of hearing it. There's a reason. There's a reason why you need to pick a niche. If you are talking to everybody, you are talking to nobody. Antonia says, I already got my niche, period. Let us know. What is it? Y'all, and if for those of you who don't know what a niche is, and I'm specifically referring to digital products, what I mean is you need to pick your industry, right? Like and whenever you pick your industry overall, you can also niche down even further. Y'all, the riches are in the niches, okay? For example, my niche is travel. My niche is travel, but it's not just travel, it's budget travel, and it's living abroad, okay? There are people out there whose niche is travel, but they do luxury travel, and I love that for them. And trust me, that's on my life goal list. I'm gonna be there at some point too on my luxury travel shit, okay? But right now, my niche is budget travel. I could niche down even, y'all, there's a woman on this app whose niche is packing. Like, her niche is showing people how to pack a carry-on. I said, damn, now that's a niche. That is a niche-ass niche right there, okay? So hard to pick. Kayla, what's harder, picking or staying broke? Travel and wellness, period. The only value I have to offer people is how to heal from trauma and mental health. Is that a niche? 100%. 100%. Just made a new TikTok, IG, social account, period. Y'all, you need to pick a niche that feels good for you, okay? Do not pick a niche based on what all these other people are saying. You need to pick a niche that's good for you, and you need to go and do your research and see what are other people saying in that niche. What's already performing really well in the travel industry and the wellness industry. What's performing in the mental health, people healing from trauma. You need to go look and see, is this even profitable? Is this something that people are searching for? If they're searching for it, what are they searching for? What keywords are they searching for? This is how you're going to have incredible marketing, because you're going to do research on your niche, okay? Move but to niche and marriage relationship tips. What are some digital products that might work? We're going to get to that. Stick around for number 3. So drop a number 2 in the comments if you're ready for number 2. Number 1 is to choose your niche, choose your industry. And you can choose this based on your personal experiences. You can choose this based on any skills that you already have. Maybe you already have something from like a job that you want to bring over. Maybe you really love being in human resources, but you want to have your own HR business and show people how to get jobs. Maybe you are a nurse and you want to show other nurses how to take the best care of their patients, okay? Maybe you are a marriage counselor, and I don't know. Do counselors already work for themselves? I don't know. Let's say you're a marriage counselor. Maybe you work for somebody else, but you want to learn how to do it yourself. So maybe you're going to provide coaching, right? There are a ton of options. You can also use your life stories. I talked about this the other day, y'all. There was a woman who made, I can't remember the number. It was like, I don't know, $75,000, $100,000. It's some big ass number, okay? For teaching people how to make sourdough. Okay, there's another woman who she basically realized that alcohol was ruining her life. She became sober in like 60 days, and then now she teaches other women how to be sober. That's not a skill she was born with. That's not something she learned in school, okay? You can also take your life experiences, take your lived stories, okay? You have been through things that other people are struggling with right now. So these are all things to keep in mind while you are choosing your niche. Okay, number 2, now that you know your niche, now that you know what your industry is, you know your topic, now it's time for you to choose your target audience. If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Listen, there are a lot of people on this app who talk about travel. There are a lot of people on these apps that talk about travel. There are a lot of people on these apps that talk about budget travel. It's not just me. You can go look up budget travel and find other people, but you ain't gonna find another Bianca. You're not gonna find another Bianca. I talk about travel from the perspective of talking to the people who want more out of life. I talk about travel from the perspective of people who want to be transformed from the inside out. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm not just talking to the people who want to take pretty pictures on Instagram. I'm not just talking to the people who just want the brand deals. I'm talking to the people who want to experience culture. I'm talking to the people who want to see what this world has to offer. I'm talking to the people who value experiences over things. I'm talking to a very specific person. Who are you talking to? You can't talk to everybody. And I know you might think, well, I can help everybody. Well, you're not going to. You may be able to help everybody, but there are other people who you're going to be able to help even better. And especially if y'all are new, for those of you who are new to this, drop the words yes in the comments if you're new to digital products. Drop the words no if you've already sold digital products before. I'm just curious to see who we got in here. But you want to make sure that you are talking specifically to people, because y'all, you know how it is whenever you see a post or an ad or anything and you feel like it's talking directly to you, okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Whenever you see something and you're like, damn, that was for me. Damn, they talk, oh, attacked. Oh, the shoe fits. Y'all know how it feels whenever you see something online and it feels like they are talking specifically to you. This is the same energy you need to bring to your people. Some of y'all have been in here since I started this live. And you know why? Because I'm speaking to you. I'm not speaking to everybody. I told you before, I'm not over here talking to the people who just want to travel because they think travel looks cool. There are people out here, all they want to do is travel to all-inclusive resorts. Your business. That's not who I'm talking to. There are people in here who, whenever they travel, they refuse to actually get to know the locals. They only want to travel to go drink with other people from the US. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to a very specific person, okay? I see a lot of people say they are new to digital products. I see somebody is, Mikey says no, not do. Okay, Mikey, what do you do? Putting everything together. If I'm able to make it out of here, I would talk about how a poor POC made it out of here. I hear you, Minerva. Affiliate marketer, content creator, never sold anything. Okay, so Warhawk, it sounds like the marketing piece is what you need help with. Maybe a cooking page. I'm obsessed with cooking pages. Mind you, I don't even love to cook. I don't even love to cook, but I am obsessed with watching cooking videos. It's like, I don't even know why, but I am. Especially the ones where the people are outside in the middle of nowhere. I'm just watching those things all the time. Thank y'all so much for double tapping. I appreciate it. So y'all, let me know. Put in the comments, who are you talking to? It can be, you can put gender, you can put age, you can put personality, you can put job title. Who are you talking to? How old are they? How much money do they make? Did they go to school? Did they not go to school? Are they trying to make more money? Are they aspiring to get out of the United States? Let me know in the comments, who is your target audience? Who can you help best? Okay? I can best help the people who want more out of life than working, paying bills, and expiring. This is who I can help. I can help the people who got a little bit of spirituality in them. I can help people who are coachable. I can help people who are open-minded. I can help people who want to learn. I can help people who are coachable. People who are able to take advice and run with it. I can help people. Anyone who desires a solid relationship. Nah, Williamson, that's not niche enough. Y'all don't be scared. Put in the comments. Who can you, y'all, I'm helping y'all out right now. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments as well. But let me know in the comments, who can you best help? Williamson, we gotta go more niche than that. Anyone who desires a solid relationship, that would be everybody. That is the definition of everybody. We need to go more niche than that. I'm not going to work myself to death just to be disrespected. Come on, Minerva. I love that name, Minerva. Does anybody ever bring up Minerva McGonagall to you? I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so when I hear the name Minerva, that's the first thing. That's the first thing that I think of. Giving myself a year, 3 kids need to get. Juanita, I did a live with the woman who moved abroad. She was a single mom who moved abroad with 3 kids. It's on my YouTube channel under the interviews playlist if you're interested. It's after a Deftone song. Who's Deftone? Is that a band? I have no idea who that is. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I do love that name. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. So whenever you're thinking about who you're talking to, you need your people to feel like you are speaking directly to them. This is why you're so welcome. This is why I tell people my story. I tell you about how I grew up black and broke. I tell you about how I didn't grow up with resources, how my dad didn't finish high school, how my mom was a college dropout, how I wasn't born knowing the things that I know how to do now, because you know what, y'all, there are other people out there teaching the same thing as me and they had a completely different experience. Your story is powerful. Those who have been through trauma and want to heal and have good mental health. Okay, Sarah, that's good, but we need to break it down a little bit more. What about a specific type of trauma? Are you going to specialize in any type of trauma? You said want to heal and have good mental health. What is good mental health? Instead of like, listen, if I landed on your page and your page said, I help those who have been through trauma and want to heal and have good mental health, I would be like, nah. Now, if I landed on your page and I saw, I'm here to help women who have suffered from a domestic violence relationship and want to learn how to love again. You see the difference? You see the difference? I have to step away to prepare for the day. I'm going to miss some stuff. Antonia, I will be back on here. And by the way, y'all, I completely forgot to mention this. I should have mentioned this earlier, but for those of you who are on my email list, you already saw, because my email list, yeah, they always get first dibs. But I am actually doing something I do not ever do, y'all. I do not ever offer one-on-one. I don't do it. It's not part of my business setup for my travel business. But because I've had so many people asking me, do you do mentorship? Can you help me one-on-one? I have opened up 5 slots. That is it. And they're only open for today and tomorrow. I have opened up 5 spots for anybody who wants to work with me one-on-one to learn how to make money online. There is a link in my bio. It's called, what is it called? It says DBA. It says Make Money from Anywhere. It is a digital marketing course that's going to show you every single thing that you need to make money from a digital marketing business. And for anybody who makes the investment into that course, well, not anybody, sorry, 5 people. Actually, I think it's 4 because somebody already grabbed it from my email list. The first 4 people who invest, it's a $222 investment. There is like an afterpay payment option if that's what you want to do. But I'm going to give you 2 complimentary coaching sessions with me. Y'all, I do not do one-on-one. If you want to take advantage, get the DBA. It's called Digital Boss Academy. It's at the link in my bio. Y'all can let me know if y'all have any questions. I'll talk more about that a little bit later. Let me see. I'm a flight attendant and I want to help others get hired at airlines. See, I love that. You have the experience. You have your target audience. People who want to work for airlines. That is so specific. I love that. I think for traveling abroad, the travel niche. What about travel? Please help me out, friend, with wording from my bio. You haven't told me what you did. You talking about people want a solid relationship. Like what does that mean? What is a solid relationship? And who? Married couples, dating couples, people who've been married 10 plus years and they already tired of each other, newlyweds. You gotta get more niche. Otherwise, people don't care. You're not talking to, listen, I'm married. If I am married, and if I come to your profile and you talking about people who want a solid relationship, next. What is a solid relationship? I make ebooks for all kinds of things. Okay, Warhawk, I think you mentioned earlier that you haven't had any sales. So you're saying you make ebooks. You might want to start prioritizing one product and learning how to sell one product, because having a whole bunch of products that don't sell don't make sense. Okay, I've been there. I have been there. And that is a discipline, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all, in this digital product business, it is a discipline. I'm not telling you not to create new things, but I'm telling you, like, you're not doing yourself a service by just creating a bunch of stuff that's not selling. Is this good? Helping people heal and break free from shame that comes from childhood trauma. Beautiful. I wouldn't do people. Who? Women, men, teenagers, millennials. I mean, I told y'all, whenever it comes to being niche, you can almost always get even more niche. If you are, now listen, if you've had a really specific niche for 3-6 months, you've already made some sales, you're ready to branch out a little bit, go for it. But If you are brand new, I need y'all to niche. Where are the places to sell? Here, Etsy. Yep. Boom. Here, Etsy, email list, website, Amazon. Hell, you can upload digital products to Amazon. She's talking about the sub niche of a niche. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. Thank y'all for the hearts. I appreciate y'all double tapping. Drop a number 3 if y'all ready for number 3. What is number 3? Where are my notes? Oh, I know what number 3 is. I was gonna tell my husband let's go to lunch, but he always taking all damn day in the gym. Like, what you working out so hard for? Relax. I'm just playing. Who's ready for number 3? Drop a number 3 in the comments. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. Let me zoom in because I can't see. Actually, I need glasses for this. Okay, there we go. Okay, número 3. So you've chosen your niche, right? You have like the industry that you're going to, the industry, the topic, and you know who you're talking to, right? You have these 2 things. Now you're going to create your digital product. So you need to decide what type of digital product you want to offer. There are a few different ways to go about this, but first, let me just talk about some of the different types of digital products that you can create. So, examples. Somebody said ebooks earlier. Ebooks are a great example. An ebook is just a book that's digital. Like, that's it. It's just, you know, instead of it being like a physical copy that you have to ship to somebody, it's probably going to be in like a PDF format. So ebooks are really good for people who A, love to write, B, are good at writing. Now, arguably, you can also hire somebody else to write it for you if that's in your budget. But if you love to write, if you're really good at writing, and if whatever it is that you're teaching is something that you can like right now, like think about whatever it is you want to offer. Is it something where you can easily break it down into like 3 to 5 core pieces and break it down? This would be something really good to put into an ebook. I do not have ebooks because I don't like writing. Fun fact, I'm actually really, really good at writing. I just don't like to do it. That's why I don't have ebooks. I don't write ebooks. I don't buy ebooks. I hate them. However, understand, y'all, that's me. There are so many people out there killing it with ebooks. There are so many people out there earning with ebooks. I use AI to help. Yeah, I feel you. You can use AI to help with pretty much anything. I mean, it's that's an option. That's an option as well. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Like I said, there are various digital products, so you can choose how you want to do it. Another option is a course. So this is going to be an in-depth, step-by-step teaching of something, right? This is typically going to be something that has like modules. It's going to be something where, you know, like you go from like one to another. So I actually have a budget travel masterclass at the link in my bio, and I'm actually considering turning that into a course because the class is really good, but it's a lot of information. So sometimes I do think about breaking that down. So a course is really good for if you have, if you have a niche, thank you so much, Ariel. If you have a niche for, hi T, thank you. If you are teaching something that you need to go really in depth for, and someone's going to really need the time to break it down, right? So I know someone in here earlier was talking about like trauma. So if you're going to do like a course on trauma, then you want to make sure that you have enough depth to actually build out a course. And a course, it doesn't mean the course has to be super, super long, but if you're going to make it a course, if you're going to tell people they're investing in a course, then you want to make sure that the course is, that there is some depth to it. Masterclasses are another example. Like I said before, I have a budget travel masterclass at the link in my bio. So me personally, I like creating videos because I'm a talker. Okay, like speaking is my ministry. Like I said, I can write. I'm good at writing, but for me, I would rather just say it. Okay, and also because I want people to see me. I want people to hear me. I want people to understand who Bianca is, what my mission is, what my values are, right? And I feel like for me, it's very hard for me to get that through when I'm writing. It's so much easier for me to communicate that with my voice. So a masterclass is another example. So I know that someone in here was talking about like their relationship niche, right? So maybe you do like a marriage masterclass where you go through 3 weekly habits to turn your marriage around in the next 90 days, right? Maybe you do a masterclass where you teach them like 3 things that they can do. And in the next 90 days, they are going to be all over each other like they were in the beginning of their marriage. I don't know. Somebody else mentioned helping people become a flight attendant. Maybe you do a masterclass on how to land your first flight attendant job in the next whatever. I'm just using 90 days because it's easy. And then maybe in the masterclass you break down, okay, here's what you're going to put in your resume. Here's how you're going to decide which airlines to apply to. Here's what you're going to say in the interview, right? Like these are all options. Is this all making sense? Put a yes in the comments if this makes sense. If you do, and if you have questions, y'all, feel free to ask me. I'm going over certain types of digital products, but this is, y'all, there's so many options out there, okay? It's not just these. Templates, okay? A template is just like a pre-designed layout that people can customize. So whenever I first got into entrepreneurship, I was actually a social media consultant. And one thing that I made back in the day was I made caption templates. Because people were like, Bianca, I don't know how to write a good caption. My caption aren't that great. So I literally made caption templates where they could go and plug in their own words based on like a certain style and format and length of a template. That's just one example, but you can also do like graphics, you can do planners, resumes, checklists. Like templates are a lot more straightforward. Those are probably going to be a lower ticket item, probably like no more than like $17. Well, depending on what it is. Let me say it, depending on what it is. Because I've purchased like email templates too, and those were like more like $40, I think. Journals are another digital product, right? So you already know what a physical journal is, okay? You can make those digitally as well. Guides, guides are something that I love to create. So a guide is simply a PDF, and it's like a step-by-step process on how to do something. So these are all different types of digital products that you can create. And again, there's more. There's not just these. Now, y'all, the really cool thing is, if you are someone who wants to make money from digital products, you can absolutely create them on your own. I love creating digital products, but you can also buy digital products that are already made and you can resell them. So you don't even have to create anything from scratch. It's called resale rights, okay? There are products out there, hundreds, probably thousands, that you can purchase that are already made. You just need to make sure you actually get to know the product. You need to make sure you actually love the product, and that you feel really comfortable talking about it. But yeah, you don't even have to create your own digital product. Y'all, there's so many options out there. Drop the word yes in the comments if y'all are lit about creating some digital products and making some passive income. That's my plan, but all too expensive. What's too expensive? Thank y'all so much for the hearts. I appreciate y'all. So your first 3 steps: choose your niche. First step, choose your niche. Second step, choose who you are going to speak to. Third step, decide what digital product you're going to create. Based on everything that I just said, let me know in the comments, what digital product do you think that you would be interested in doing? A course, a masterclass, an ebook, a template, a guide, a journal, in audio, even like podcasts are digital products as well. Let me know in the comments, what digital products are y'all interested in making? Ooh. No, that's not what I thought it was going to be. I think ebooks, guide, journal, planner, and podcast, period. The digital product people are saying are priced so high it's unaffordable for me. Really? Because, well, I mean, I don't, Warhawk, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know your budget, but I mean, I've seen done a few digital products for like $17, $30. So, I'm not sure like which ones you are looking at specifically. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. So y'all, like I said before, for anybody who wants to take advantage, because I'm about to get off of here, y'all. But for anybody who wants to take advantage of being able to work with me one-on-one, so we're gonna do 2 calls. The first call is going to be getting to know what your goals are, actually setting up a plan. I haven't seen those. I see 200, 900, 400. Wow, where are you looking at? I'm just curious. Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot more than just than that. The community, so I'm actually in a digital marketing, I'm in several. One of the digital marketing communities that I'm in is called Entrepreneurs Go Digital. It's in the link in my bio as well. They and in that community, it's only 27. Well, it's going up after this one. It's going up to $97. It's only $27 a month right now. If you look at my bio, it's called EGD. Her name is Sahana. She's the one who runs the community. She's phenomenal. We actually have our call tonight. She has templates in there that you can like edit and reuse. And like I said, the community is only $27. So they're out there. But yeah, for anybody who gets the Digital Boss Academy, it's in the link in my bio. I'm going to give you 2 complimentary calls. The first one is where we're going to do like a 30-day strategy for you to like kick all of this stuff off, right? And y'all, mind you, Digital Boss Academy, that it is literally everything that you need to build a profitable digital marketing business. And they have a ton of done for you. They have a ton of done for you digital products in there. But it's $222. And you also get 2 complimentary calls with me. First one, we're going to talk about your 30-day Kickstarter plan. The second one's going to be kind of like a follow-up accountability, because I know a lot of y'all are like, Bianca, I need that accountability. I know, I get it. And I'm putting this opportunity out there because, like I said, people ask me all the time about doing one-on-one, and I typically am like, no, I do not do one-on-one. It is not something that I offer, but I am offering it now. Like I said, there is also a payment plan option available. They do offer Afterpay, and all you got to do is get the course, and then just make sure you use a good email address. I'll reach out to you about scheduling your first call. And then for those of you who get it today, because y'all know I love an action taker, for those of you who get it today, I'm also going to send you my Move Abroad resource guide, which is a 23-page guide with everything you need to know to get the F out of the United States. And I'm going to send you my Abroad on a Budget masterclass, because y'all, I love rewarding action takers, okay? I love rewarding action takers. So if anybody has any questions about that, let me know. Like I said, just make sure you get Digital Boss Academy at the link in my bio, and then make sure you use a good email address, and then I'll reach out to you with the bonuses and with next steps for booking your calls. And the calls, we're doing them this week and next week. We are gearing y'all up to start making more money in 2025. Okay, where I'm doing the calls this week and next week, because I want y'all to be ready to hit the ground running once October hits, which is what, next? I should know this because my birthday is next Friday. Next Wednesday. Yeah. So for those of y'all who are like, Bianca, I'm here, I'm ready, let's get it. The information is in my bio, everything you need to get started. And y'all can let me know if you have if you have any questions. I'm gonna follow you, put my list to come back for coaching. Okay, Sarah. Does anybody have any questions before I jump up off of here? All right, y'all. Well, thank you for joining. Please make sure y'all hit follow, and I'll catch y'all next time. Happy Monday. Bye.